Today we take you on a restaurant tour in downtown Wheaton. That and more on our 4th WAtv episode of the year. Good morning, Wheaton Academy. A lot has happened in a week, and we have a great episode for you. I'm Madison Cavan.
And it's your boy, Michael Bush. It's Tuesday, September 15th. Thanks for joining us. Let's get you caught up on a few announcements.
Tech Crew is a great place for those with a sharp ear for sound, a creative eye for lighting, and someone who enjoys the backstage hustle of an event. There's an informational meeting this Wednesday, September 16th, for anyone interested in learning about the Tech Crew for WA events. This meeting is taking place after school at 3:15 in the FAC auditorium. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Burek or Mr. Jones through on-campus or email.
With the official homecoming announcement coming later this afternoon, we wanted to share with you a couple of ways you could serve and complete this next week. Project Lead Global is hosting a Penny Wars fundraiser during homecoming. This will help to raise sponsorship funds for the 23 kids that Wheaton Academy sponsors in Haiti and the DR through Kids Alive International. Each class will be competing with one another by bringing spare coins to put in their class's jug. You can cancel out another class's coins by placing bills of $5 or larger in their jugs. Remember, this is a fundraiser to help provide medicine, education, and food for vulnerable children. Look for more information that will come through on campus.
Another way you can compete, but also serve our local community, is to get involved with donating school supplies for the West Chicago Early Learning Center. The center serves 500 at-risk children with ages 3 and 5 years old. This class competition will be to try to collect enough school supplies to fill 500 Ziploc bags, enough so that each student receives a bag. Students should try to pre-package a 2.5-gallon Ziploc bag with construction paper, glue, Crayola markers and crayons, and a composition or spiral notebook. Advisory group leaders will have Ziploc bags if needed. Classes will get credit for each fully completed bag. Look for more information later this week on campus.
All students are invited to a Kingdom Community lunch meeting this Wednesday, September 16th, in the Warrior Room. The purpose of this group is to celebrate diversity and to engage in honest conversations around topics such as racism, oppression, and injustice. The group says that learning from each other acknowledges the truth that we are all created in God's image and helps our community reflect God's kingdom. Also on Wednesday at lunch, there will be a live stream team meeting on the stage of the Fine Arts Center. This is for anyone who has helped with art plans with any of our chapel studio productions. Contact Mr. Hockett if you cannot attend.
In this week's Look at the News, we will start right here in DuPage County. There were 2 significant protests last week, one at Wheaton's Memorial Park and the other on the steps of Hinsdale Central High School. Hinsdale's focused around students coming back to in-person learning with the emphasis on the mental health and well-being of the student. Wheaton's took a different feel with the large aspect of their conversation centered on the return of high school sports, saying that many states surrounding Illinois have already come back. In the U.S. news, fires have been raging in California, Oregon, and Washington since mid-August. The death toll had risen to at least 28 people since Sunday, and the destruction has displaced thousands of families, fleeing their homes with only the clothes on their bodies. As firefighters continue to battle the blazes, we are now seeing the smoke contribute to air quality alerts up and down the West Coast. Continue to monitor the situation and look for ways to help in the relief efforts.
The weather contributed to the postponement of many of our fall sports last week, but boys golf was able to get in their match against Riverside Brookfield High School last Wednesday. The Warriors beat the Bulldogs by 23 strokes and brought their overall record to 4-0 and 3-0 in conference. The team was led by Sam Dykema, Ben Eldersveld, and Peter Canaris.
The cross-country teams ran on Saturday despite a 4-hour weather delay in the morning. Lily Lebo led the girls' team to another victory, taking their record to 4-0. But the Warriors also had 2 freshmen, Anna Africa and Annabelle Glover, finish 5th and 6th place respectively. The boys' team fell to a very powerful Caneland team, giving them their first loss of the season. In a feat of strength and endurance, the first-place finisher from Caneland, Aaron Durrell, somehow managed to beat every other runner despite losing a shoe and running the remaining 2.5 miles with only 1 shoe.
For our first story, Isabel Kelch takes us around to 4 local thrift shops and gives us tips on how to shop and save money, while also being environmentally conscious.
The average American throws away 70 pounds of clothing per year. Not only does it waste money and resources, but it can take 200 plus years for the clothing to decompose in a landfill. If saving money isn't a good enough reason to buy more of our clothing used, this should be.
I'm Isabel Kellish for WAtv, and today I'm going to 3 different thrift stores in the area to show you a fun and earth-friendly activity that you can do on the weekends.
Goodwill offers a wide and diverse selection of clothing, and the average price is $4 to $6. Dressing rooms are sanitized regularly and available for use. Next, I headed to Plato's Closet to check out a more name brand but more expensive thrift store. Plato's Closet is a consignment shop and will pay you a small percentage of what you paid originally for your piece of clothing. They offer a wide variety of clothing geared towards teenagers in almost new condition. On average, prices at Plato's Closet range from $8 to $16. Before going thrifting, I recommend setting a maximum amount of items you are willing to buy to avoid going overboard. Salvation Army is the store to go to if you feel like digging through the racks to find the perfect item. They have very low prices, on average $3 to $4 per piece of clothing. Unfortunately, their dressing rooms are not available due to the coronavirus pandemic. One more thrift store I want to highlight is Stars Resale on 1072 College Avenue across from Wheaton College. The Stars manager, Becky Cook, generously offered a 20% discount to any WA student who shows their school ID.
We are Stars Resale Shop. We are a ministry of College Church. Our ministry is everything we make, all our proceeds, past the rent and some wages for high school, college, or other staff. We have a lot of volunteers, so we try to keep everything, the overhead low. Every penny goes to Stars Family Services. They house adults with Down syndrome. They might be in their 40s, 50s, or possibly 60s, and they have aging parents or parents who have died. They are heavily involved at College Church in some of the programs for Stars, and we actually have a Stars program here where a job coach works with 2 or 3 stars who will come to the store. They work for Target gift cards, and they work hard, and they work joyfully.
If you're looking for new opportunities to serve your community, I would highly recommend donating your time, money, or old clothing to Stars Resale. This is it from WAtv. Hopefully you learned a little bit more about thrifting and are encouraged to buy used to reduce waste, save money, and support your communities.
You know, I've only been to a thrift store kind of once, and that was during a winter class when we were going to try and get costumes for a small short film we were making. But with homecoming on the way and the Spirit Weeks are going to be announced later today, I think it'd be a very good idea to go and kind of get some quick grabs from thrift stores for our costumes.
Yeah, honestly, the best place to go, I regularly recommend Ross. They have everything like shoes, shirts, and everything like that. So I recommend going there.
Oh, that's an awesome tip. Thank you for that. I'm sure many of you saw the chalk words and art around Wheaton Academy last week. Kenneth Tolman went out to learn more about where it all came from.
Recently, when students arrived at Wheaton Academy, they were greeted with uplifting messages drawn in chalk throughout the campus. These messages were drawn by the Project Lead Discipleship team. I had the opportunity to talk with the team leaders, Mr. Musso and Ms. Ingerbretson, about where the idea of chalk drawings came from and what they were hoping to accomplish.
In our first meeting, we wanted to come up with something to encourage everybody and just to do something to be a blanket encouragement to everybody at Wheaton Academy, and this was the idea we landed on.
Our group hoped to accomplish just being an encouragement to one another and to just bring a little bit of sunshine and just to be reminders that, God is good and everything else that they wrote on the sidewalk.
I also asked them if they were planning to do something like this in the future.
I don't know if we're going to do this again or not. It was a great idea, and I think it was pretty well received. So we're still talking about if we're going to do it again or if it was a one-time thing.
Our group definitely wants to be an encouragement to people, whether that is through chalk drawings or whether that's other creative ways they can around campus. So I think you'll definitely see little things again, whether it's chalk drawings or something else.
Although the rain in the past week has washed out most of the drawings, there are still some remaining by the academic building. From WAtv, this is Kenna Tolman.
Kenna, thank you for that report, and thank you to the team of students that made all that art happen. For last segment, WAtv reporter Lucas Doyle went out with Osa Oroko to downtown Wheaton to talk to the restaurant community on Hale Street.
Hey guys, this is Lucas from WAtv and
Osa, not from WAtv.
not from WAtv, and we are here downtown Wheaton to go around, find some cool restaurants, nice areas, to show you guys and give you our opinion on what are some of the best local restaurants to eat outside at.
This is Hale Street. All these different restaurants, tons of outdoor seating, tons of things you can do. Here we are at Burger Social.
You know, on a Friday night when we just want something that's casual, they have great burgers, a lot of choices on their burgers. Fries are good, their onion rings are good, and their service is good. So yeah, great downtown place to come and walk.
So we're here at Kilwin's, a great ice cream spot. Highly recommend the sea salt flavors and the caramel ones.
People definitely like sea salt, caramel. They're both similar, but people like those probably. My favorite would probably be maple walnut and chocolate toasted coconut.
Here we are at Ivy's. Another very interesting spot to go to because it's one of the only seafood places in the area. There's all sorts of different places like Mexican restaurants and other things, but this one is very unique because it's seafood.
Well, in Wheaton, we've got lots of restaurants, some Mexican restaurants, some burger places, but Ivy's the steak shops and seafood restaurant in town. We've got a great patio. The City of Wheaton and the Downtown Wheaton Association put up tents for us this year to save all of us.
Oh, that's nice.
It's been working very, very, very well. I play a little bit of everything. I play rock, soul, funk, pop, along with my own originals. And I'm playing solo here today. Yeah, too bad you don't see my little setup, but I also have a power trio. I have my own band. We played here a few times as well. And we rock it out. What do I love about here so much? It's the environment, it's the people, it's the food, it's just everything. It just has a great vibe. The people are awesome. And what can I say? You can't find better music. I would have to say I like Ivy. Ivy is one of my favorites. You know, they're not just because I play near them, but they're awesome staff. It's beautiful, beautiful environment, and they got great food.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to come downtown Wheaton here and check out some of these restaurants. A lot of cool places, a lot of cool people that we got to talk to and interview. Sadly, I can only show you a few of them, but definitely some great people down here. Great music, great food, great environment. So anyway, this is Lucas and Osa signing off.
So I don't live in the Wheaton area, so I've never been to Hale Street, but it definitely does look like a really exciting place. However, because I live in Naperville, there is a Kilwin's downtown, so that is also something I get to share, and I absolutely love their flavors. Has there been any place you've been to recently that you've enjoyed?
There's a place in downtown Wheaton across the street from Kilwin's called Graham's, and that's probably my favorite ice cream place like around the Wheaton area.
Oh, that sounds very good. I absolutely love ice cream. For our community scoop this week, we talk about two topics, parking lot driving and dress code. Take it away, Miss Carwell.
Good morning. I hope everybody had a great off-campus learning day. Welcome to Community Scoop. I have a few announcements I want to share with you. First, I want to highlight the importance of driving here on campus. Driving on campus is a privilege. I ask that you be aware of the speed limit at all times when you're here on campus. You should be driving no faster than 10 miles an hour. Especially now more than ever, our campus is busy with people. Students are outside for classes. Many students are outside for lunch and other activities, so please be aware of your surroundings when you are outside and when you are driving. Additionally, please be mindful when you are pulling in and out of Wheaton Academy. This is a great way for you to respect our neighbors. They are aware when you are in and out of their neighborhoods and on the roads. If you are not driving safely on campus, you are going to be asked to park your vehicle off campus and on the side streets. The next announcement I want to highlight is our dress code. You can find the entire copy of our dress code on page 22 of the student handbook. Please make sure you are honoring the two key words, professionalism and modesty. Some areas I want to highlight for you to be aware of is that no athletic clothes should be worn outside of your PE classes. This includes sweatpants, joggers, leggings, and tank tops. Additionally, please make sure you are not wearing any ripped, frayed, or torn jeans. If you are out of dress code, any teacher, faculty member, or staff may ask you to change in order to meet dress code, and you cannot return to class until you are in compliance with our dress code. Finally, this announcement is for seniors or anybody that has a first, fourth period study hall or might be arriving late to class. Please be aware of what I'm going to share. It is important for you to self-certify by 7:45 in the morning. This applies to you if you are not going to be on campus at the start of your day. These procedures are important for you to follow in order for us to maintain accuracy and compliance with our self-certification procedure, and we can have accuracy that everybody is safe to be on campus. And now I turn it back to Madison for the 4 things you need to know.
Thank you, Ms. Carwell. Now let's finish it off with this week's 4 things you need to know. Number 1, like we said at the beginning of the show, there will be a special homecoming announcement at the end of the day today. Your third period teachers will be playing a video made by student council members that will talk about all our homecoming details for next week. Number 2, this week's chapels are going to be Miss Perry on Tuesday and John Jorgensen on Friday. Number 3, we have completed 4 weeks of school and nearly 1/4 of the first semester. Make sure you stay on top of your work and talk to your teachers if you begin to fall behind. And number 4, before we close out the show, we wanted to bring back an old segment as a little pick-me-up. Here's Dancing Mondays on a Tuesday.
That's all for us today. Follow our real Instagram account at WAtv for exclusive online stories and segments that don't make it onto our episode.
We're going to send you out with our credits and play a clip from senior Bryce Swift's latest album, On a Roll. For all of us at Studio 22, have a great day.
Pulled up to the mansion, the lightning striking. It's a little spooky, so prepare to get frightened. It's dark outside and the tension is tight. We'll solve the case by the end of the night. We need your help, yeah, Scooby-Doo. Come over here, help find a clue. Let's split up into different groups, cause we don't have time to lose. We got the perfect 5, know how to solve a crime. We're just really trying to make it out of here alive. Keep on staying on my side, the monster we gon' find. I'm biting on my nails and I'm getting butterflies. Yeah, Scooby-Doo, where are you? We just got a call, there's a mystery to solve. So hop in the van and we'll make a